Hello and welcome to the Poetry Pulpit with your host Kay-Dee Mashile. I am Kay-Dee Mashile. I'm so glad to be coming to y'all live. So to kick things off, I'm going to be reading from my own book titled 20. So actually this was my 20th birthday present to myself, and it's one of my favorite covers that we've done. The feel of it, it's matte. It's a very matte cover. That even sounds nice, right? It has a sound when you think it's not screechy. It's a sound. It's such beautiful. It feels so velvety. I think people should have more matte covers than glossy. However, don't be messy, because if you're messy, it's less, than glossy. It's less pretty, dirty than glossy. However, I love this. I love the cover. I think actually I'm going to do a brief review of each book before I read from it, so that the reading sessions could actually include your book. Send me your book. Even if it's not a poetry book, send me your book. I will read an extract from it, just so that we don't discriminate against the other children. So it's a velvety cover. At the back there's a picture of a moa, and I'm gonna make you see, and then it's just a blurb about the book and about the mother. So it says a little girl's transformation into a remarkable woman. That is the subtitle of the book, and the title is right in front, and it just has the author's name. I like simple covers, simple covers. So the first page just has the book title and my name, like so. So we have about 23 poems in here. I usually tell our authors that you need to have at least 20 poems to put together a short anthology. If you have more poems, if you have inspiration to write more, I'd rather you keep all your poems and publish them in one book. I think that's, if I could do this again, that's what I would do. I would mix all of these. I have a feeling there's one that's missing. Oh, I know which book is missing, but we're not going to talk about that right now. For me, all these would be one poetry book. And can you imagine how much more powerful this book would be? Like a book this size. Let's do this. A book this size. It would be this size. For me, this would be a better poetry book to buy in retrospect, and I'm saying this because these are my books, so I can say that I wrote all of these, and for me it would be a better collection if it was these in one than having them individually, because then since it's poetry, you don't want a book that is easily finishable. Like, you can finish this in one day because it's just a bunch of 23 poems. You can read 23 poems in one day, and you just paid 120 for it. I'm not saying don't buy my book. Please buy my book. Please buy my book. One day, I think Perfect Love is how old now? 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're 6 years old. In 4 years, I will kind of try and smooth talk all our authors, and we will do one 10-year celebration poetry book. Hopefully. No promises in 2020. We're going to try and do that. Reviewing 20. 20 is, let's read here. So it says that this book is basically a celebration of the poetic ministry of this young 20-year-old. Like it says, it's a little girl's transformation into a remarkable woman. So basically this book celebrates it celebrates my life, it celebrates my story. So when you are in the book, you will also find extracts from my other books. Let's do this. I hope that's focused enough for you. I can't really see. So you will find an extract from my other book. So with Perfect Love, since it's a novel, it's just chapter 1 that you get to see. So with my books, you get large font, and this is what you would call large font in a book, because I do know the struggle of sight. So you do get a bit of large font. That's the plus with it. And then yeah, so you get, oh yeah, you only get an extract from Perfect Love in here. So that's the only, oh, you also get an extract from Kingdom Poetry. So it's just a few poems from Kingdom Poetry. It's about 3, 4, 5 poems from Kingdom Poetry. So you just get a little bit of other books by the author. And yeah, you get that over and above the content of this book. Fun fact, this poem, I Am South African, was a comprehension exam for kids in Augusta last year. Look, God, won't he do it? But the poem that I want to read for you is probably earlier on. Isn't this why you have a content page? And I'm literally my brain works backwards because I read from the back of the book going forward. But this is it. Yeah, I found it. It says on the content page that it is on page 3, and it is on page 3. I could have literally found it first had I read the book from the front. Maybe 20 years from now, the 20 years I've lived up to now will seem rather insignificant. But it is during these 2 decades that I have become an expert at being a woman. See, being an expert requires knowledge and experience in a certain area of expertise. Well, you may argue that I neither have the experience nor the wisdom it brings, the experience of age nor the wisdom it brings with it. Yet, I still say I am an expert at being a woman. I may not have this womanhood thing on lockdown yet, but I am an expert nonetheless. Because you see, I am the extraordinary woman God dreamed of. His dream was so perfect that he couldn't but make it a reality. He even spilled his own blood to buy this dream a lifetime insurance. He didn't see any other image fit in which to make it but his own. I may not be a mother yet. I may even be a little girl who is only but beginning to become a woman. But I know that mine is a finished story. See, I walk towards an already established purpose. I live, I walk, I love, I care, I pray, I nurture, because I am a woman, and not just an ordinary woman. I am a woman extraordinaire. Yes. Hello from the other side.